Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Today we're going to be testing out a new product, or a new product, or I don't even know if it's new. Gosh, what did I do with it? Oh, it's right in my face. And I've already had my coffee. Teexpert, they sent me out 2 products to test. I've done the UV resin, and the other product they sent out to me is their silicone rubber. And it's taken me a hot minute to get this together because I didn't know what I was going to mold for one, and for another, when I reviewed all of the information for it, I was confused because when you look on the bottle, it says non-toxic, no odor, bubble-free, flexible, and durable. Silicone rubber for mold making, mix ratio 1:1 by weight. How much is in here, and then it tells you the warning and everything and how to store it. Gives you their website. Both bottles say that. And then I went to their instructions, went over the instructions to figure out, it tells you their mixing ratio 1:1 by weight. The curing time, usually it takes 12 to 24 hours depending on the room temperature, air humidity, and the mold thickness. How to store it after you're done. It says do not use UV resin to fix your items. Please do not use a torch or a heat gun to pop bubbles while resin in the molds. It will damage the molds. Please use casting resin. Don't use coating resin. Some tips for removing bubbles. If there are any silicone spills, please clean up with soapy water or rubbing alcohol. And then it just goes in to tell you how you need to set up your mold, how to measure it. But what it does not say, if you notice, it does not give you a shore hardness, which anybody that does mold making needs to know that information in order to determine what they're going to mold. So I contacted my rep and I asked her what the shore hardness was, because it's not stated anywhere in the literature or on the bottles. I went to the website, I went to Amazon. But anyway, she got back to me and it is 10A. The shore hardness is 10A. So that's what this particular series is. They are marked A and B. So that was good to know, because for me making my own molds, I need to know what shore hardness it is, because if it's 10A or below, that means the molds are going to be more flexible, and so I can mold something a little more detailed and am able to get them more out of the molds easier. And then once you get into the 15A and up, you can do a lot more detailed things. However, they're not going to be as easy to get out of the molds. So, and that's when you have to consider whether you're going to do a 2-part mold or whatever. So that being said, I made a makeshift box because my mold housing is shot. I've used it so many times now that I can't get the hot glue and stuff off of it. So I took an old Let's Resin box and cut it up and made myself a box. Now, I had planned on making something else, but then Caitlin and Riley went garage sale shopping yesterday, because, you know, they're always looking for things for me, and they found this glass soap dish. I thought it was pretty. It's got nice details, you know, around it, so this would make a nice little mold. And so I thought, you know, this could be really pretty with a different color like gold or silver or, you know, whatever. And so I thought this was a cute soap dish. So I'm going to make a mold of this today. And so I built my box around it. So that should work perfectly. So I'm going to spray this with alcohol just to make sure that everything is off of it. And you need to do that with anything that you're making a mold of, because you got to get fingerprints, and always wear gloves so you don't put fingerprints back on it once you've cleaned them. And the other day I seen someone, I can't remember who it was, they were making a mold of something, and when they got the silicone rubber in the mold, I seen them using a heat gun to blow, to try to dissolve the bubbles in the silicone. That's a big no-no, because heat on silicone just, I mean, it even states right here in the directions that you shouldn't do that. If you're going to use any kind of air, use like a blow dryer on cold. If you don't have like if you don't have a degassing machine like a Resiner's bubble remover, or like me, I have a vacuum chamber, you know, something like that to degas your resin or your silicone with, then you need something with cool air, not hot, because that just doesn't go well with your silicone. Silicone doesn't like heat. So, all right, I think I got it all clean. And I'm not going to stick this down because it's a heavy piece of glass. It'll stick down by it, it'll stay down by itself. I'm just going to make sure that it's centered in the box, and we should be good to go on that. All right, I'm going to get the scale. And get me my mixing tools for my silicone, because I have separate tools for that. And we're going to get to mixing this up. Now, I don't plan on fast forwarding or pausing any of this video. Apparently, that was a problem on my video yesterday. And sometimes, you know, it's hard if you're not behind the camera. It's hard for you guys to understand the process on how this works. But I'm going to give that person the benefit of the doubt and say to them that they probably don't know how to video and work behind the camera at the same time. And I'm just going to let it go, and I'm not going to respond. But I do appreciate everyone that did comment. It is a challenge to try to keep everything within a frame. I'm not going to lie. It is also a huge challenge to try to watch this and keep an eye on your camera to make sure everything is in frame and to be able to keep your project going. So if you have a problem with how I video, you need to go and get a video camera or on your phone, get your resin, and you need to try it just once or twice or 3 times, whatever, and see how hard it is. And you know, it's a challenge. I'm not gonna lie, it's a challenge. I'm not perfect, never will claim to be, but I'm doing the best I can with what I have. So, okay, let's mix up some silicone. I'm trying to determine here how much I'm going to need, but so I think I am going to go ounces to maybe 12 ounces. Let's go with 12 ounces. Six right on the nose. Bring you forward so you can see that. And I also am not going to beat a dead horse by reminding some of you that I do suffer from a traumatic brain injury, and sometimes it's hard to remember that once I move the camera down, I forget to move it back up. So it is what it is. Sylvia says good morning. All right. Forgot to put the other one back on. All right. I am going to get my silicone mixer, and we're going to mix this with my Astoyo mixer because it needs to be mixed for 4 minutes. And then I will be back because I'm going to run it through my vacuum chamber as well. And then we'll be back to pour this. Okay, I will be right back. You guys, while it's mixing, I'm going to switch it up a little bit today. And I've never done this before because, I mean, it's not that important, but I thought I would color my resin. I mean my silicone today. I'm going to use my Deco ROM because it's cheap alcohol ink. Actually, you know, I wonder if I should just use Resin Dye instead of alcohol ink. Yeah, let me grab some Resin Dye. Just a second. Okay, I grabbed some Lutz resin. I got the blue. And the green. Wow, that's going to be interesting to run this through my vacuum chamber. It's going to have lots of bubbles in it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I thought you guys might want to see this. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody color. Silicone before. Well, that didn't do it hardly anything. It's all right. It's not dark, but it is a different color. Oh, by the way, you guys, I got a new fan. It's supposed to be ultra quiet, so you guys will have to tell me if you can hear it. Doubt that there's any fan other than the Dyson bladeless that's completely ultra quiet. Okay, I'm gonna go run this through my vacuum chamber and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let me wipe my hands off here. All right. Okay, here we go. I don't even know if this is going to be enough, but let me pour this side first because I can't. It's probably not. Not even close. Looks like I'm going to need another probably 10 ounces. Okay, I will get some more mixed up and be right back. Okay, we're back. Gosh, I hope this is enough. Well, if it's not, I'll mix up more and I'll put it on, and I won't worry about coming back on. Jeez, I thought this would be plenty. Craziness. All right, guys, I will get this filled up, and then I will come back when this is ready to get out of the mold. It's always my luck. I never can get this right, no matter how hard I try. Oh well. It's how we learn, right? Okay guys, we'll see you on the demold. Have a great day. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome back. Well, I moved this to this tray because I wasn't sure how well my box was going to hold up, if it was going to leak. So, shall we see if this is ready to come out of here? I don't even know if I can get it out of here. I'm just going to cut it. Get a knife here. Let's see if I can cut this. cut it on both sides and then just tear it. As well as I boxed it, it looks like it's going to stay in there pretty good. Looks like we have a little bit of spillage here. Let me cut that. Well, that was easy. The box held up great. I didn't get it in the center. That's okay. So what'd you guys think about my coloring? It's kind of cool, huh? All right, we'll worry about that. There is a layer on top. So I'm going to have to cut that. See how well I can do this. Precision, precision. All right, didn't I cut this side? Yeah, thought I did. Okay. All right. I'll peel this off. Probably should have cut that. And there she is. Look at that. Pretty mold, huh? Nice and shiny. Nice thick sides, nice detail. I just need to clean it up a little bit around the edges. And we're good to go. See, I can save this and I'll throw it in my bag of extras, and then when you do big molds you can cut this up and use it for, like I could have stuffed some of it down inside there and it would have taken up some of that space. Okay, so alright guys, thanks for coming in with me on this review of their silicone. What I like about it is it's even for a 10A, it's flexible. Seems to be stretchy, which is good. So if you put something in it, you can definitely stretch it. I mean, it seems really stretchy. And this is a good example to use for that. And it's not sticky at all. And so that was so that's 5 hours I demolded this. It mixed well. It did have a lot of bubbles in it after I mixed it, so I did have to put it in my vacuum chamber. That was one thing that I did notice when mixing it. It did take the color very nicely, as you can see. I used Let's Resin's pigment, or their Resin Dye. I didn't use alcohol ink, I used their Resin Dye. So it does take color nicely. I did want to, that's why I did this, because I wanted to test it to see how well it took color. All in all, I think it's a really good quality silicone. I like it. I'm assuming that my discount code that I put in my description box for Teexpert, it is a 10% discount. I'm assuming that it will work for this as well as the UV resin. I'll have to get confirmation from my rep on that. She's out of the office till Monday, but I'm assuming it'll work because she gave me that discount code. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, let me know what you think about the silicone, the mold, the color, and everything. And then we'll wait the full 12 hours before we pour into this. And then we'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to make with it, or how I'm going to make it. So, all right, guys, thanks for coming in with me on this video, and we'll move on to another project and we'll see what I can get into trouble with there. All right, guys, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.